Tonight's NXT broadcast was filled with surprising twists and unexpected returns, but none more shocking than the return of Elias, now known as Elijah in TNA. After an unexpected absence, he appeared in the Battle Royal, and no one could have predicted it. His entrance was accompanied by the soothing strums of his guitar as he performed a song for the crowd, a moment that felt like a throwback to his previous WWE persona. The crowd, usually accustomed to Elias being interrupted mid-performance, were in for a treat as he delivered a complete, uninterrupted song this time around. It was a refreshing moment for fans who had grown accustomed to the chaos of Elias's time in WWE, where his performances were regularly cut short by interruptions. This moment allowed Elias, or rather Elijah, to show off his musical talents in their entirety. It was genuinely fun, a rare bright spot in a landscape of intense matches and rivalries. In his signature style, Elijah made it clear that he was here to look after Joe Hendry's best interest, which added another layer of intrigue to the already captivating Battle Royal. As the match began, the stakes were high, and the competitors were as determined as ever. The sheer unpredictability of the event was evident from the get-go, as everything seemed to be in play. But who could have predicted what happened next? The Battle Royal, a wild ride with unexpected moments. The Battle Royal was chaotic, as expected. Every moment felt like it could end in a surprise, but perhaps the biggest shock of the evening came when Miles Borne was declared the winner. The crowd erupted in cheers, chanting, "Miles!" as he stood victorious, a fresh face in the NXT scene. For a performer like Miles Borne, this moment was a career-defining one. It was a breakthrough that no one saw coming, and for good reason. Miles was a rising star, but the suddenness of his victory in this high-stakes match made it feel like lightning striking twice. The atmosphere was electric, as the fans fully embraced the newly minted Miles Borne as a legitimate contender for the NXT Championship. His underdog story, the unpredictable nature of the match, and the spontaneous moments of greatness helped solidify his place in the hearts of the WWE Universe. The crowd's support quickly turned into chants of "Miles" as they rallied behind him, replacing the once constant "Randy" chants with their new hero. Miles Borne's victory set the stage for a major showdown at Battleground, where he would face off against the reigning champion, Obafemi. However, not everything was smooth sailing for Miles. His celebration would be interrupted by Charlie Dempsey, who tried to claim his title shot in a backdoor attempt to steal the opportunity from Miles. Tensions were high backstage, where Charlie tried to assert his dominance, but Miles wasn't having it. The drama that unfolded backstage only served to add more intrigue to an already high-stakes situation. Charlie Dempsey's audacious move to usurp Miles Borne's rightful opportunity seemed to fuel a fire within the young challenger, who swiftly turned on his so-called friend and offered up the challenge to Obafemi. A fierce rivalry was born in that moment, setting up what promises to be an epic clash at Battleground. The fireworks were sure to continue from there. The friction and unexpected alliances in NXT. Before diving further into the Battle Royal, let's take a closer look at some of the standout moments during the match itself. The entry of several stars from NFG and Evolve added an extra layer of excitement to the match, with long-awaited returns like Timothy Theater bringing the crowd to their feet. His inclusion in the Battle Royal felt like a celebration of NXT's past, and it wasn't lost on anyone that the stars of both Evolve and NFG were sharing the ring together. But it wasn't just the returns that captured attention. Shiloh Hill turned in an outstanding performance. His presence in the ring was unmistakable, and it was easy to envision him as the next member of the Wyatt family. With his eerie demeanor and unsettling charisma, Shiloh would have fit perfectly with the family's dark and foreboding nature if they were still active in 2025. His performance left fans wondering just what's next for this up-and-coming talent, and it's clear he's a force to be reckoned with in NXT's future. One of the most notable moments came when Josh Briggs was eliminated by his own tag partner, Inamura, albeit by accident. The inadvertent elimination added an interesting dynamic to the match and raised questions about the partnership between Josh Briggs and Inamura moving forward. Could this be the beginning of a rift between the two, and was it a sign of things to come? As it turned out, Inamura would soon announce that he was heading back to Japan, leaving NXT fans to wonder if this was truly the end of his time with the company, or simply a plot twist, the Clash of Titans, Inamura versus Ridge Holland. While fans were reeling from the elimination of Josh Briggs, they were quickly thrown into another unexpected confrontation when Inamura faced off with Ridge Holland. The clash between these two was something fans had wanted to see for a long time, and despite the brief encounter, it left the WWE Universe clamoring for more. Inamura's departure left an indelible mark on NXT, and his future is uncertain. But was this the end of his NXT journey, or was it merely a pause before he returns for another round? Inamura's departure set the stage for Jason Evan to secure his future. He became a breakout star in the Battle Royal, defying gravity multiple times to avoid elimination in spectacular fashion. Jason Evans' athleticism and daring feats proved he's a rising star who will likely be featured in future Royal Rumbles. His ability to defy the laws of physics with his elimination attempts was nothing short of jaw-dropping, making him a future fan favorite and one to watch in the coming months. Trick Williams' distraction, and Joe Hendry's resilience. Speaking of fan favorites, it seemed like Trick Williams was destined to win the Battle Royal. He entered the match with a clear focus, and was quickly becoming the crowd's choice to claim the victory. However, in a shocking turn of events, Trick was eliminated not by an opponent in the match, but by a distraction from Joe Hendry. As Hendry made his entrance, all eyes turned to him, allowing Trick Williams to lose focus and be tossed over the top rope. Though Joe Hendry wasn't even competing in the match, his interference helped set up his own personal story arc moving forward. Joe Hendry would later announce that he would be defending his TNA championship in a major showdown at Battleground against Trick Williams. The contract signing for this match was scheduled for next week, setting up yet another layer of drama in the already complex NXT storyline. The rise of Zaria and Kalani Jordan's battle. In a fascinating clash of two rising stars, Zaria defeated Kalani Jordan in a contest that showcased Zaria's strength and dominance. Zaria was presented as a powerful figure, demolishing Kalani Jordan at every turn. After the match, Zaria's eyes were set firmly on the North American Women's Championship, and it was clear that she had her sights on dethroning Sol Ruca. Fans eagerly speculated that Zaria would eventually turn heel, which would lead to a thrilling rivalry with Sol Ruca down the line. Zaria's performance was a statement that she was here to make a name for herself and take down anyone who stood in her way. And it wasn't just about winning, it was about sending a message that she was a force to be reckoned with in the women's division. Chase U's new look and Andre Chase's transition. Another notable development was the makeover of Chase U. The former mentor, Andre Chase, received a new look as part of the rebranding of Chase U Gone, were the signature sweaters that once symbolized his relationship with the students, replaced instead with a more modern tracksuit. Fans may have been shocked by the change, but Andre seemed to embrace his new role as more of a managerial figure. However, there were underlying tensions as Andre Chase realized that his role was shifting away from being a mentor and more toward that of a manager. The students of Chase U seemed to have bigger aspirations for themselves, and it's unclear whether they would remain loyal to Andre's guidance or if they would look elsewhere for direction. Only time will tell how this plays out in the coming weeks. Conclusion. A night of surprises and building momentum. This episode of NXT was filled with moments that will surely have fans talking for weeks to come. From shocking returns to unexpected alliances and intense rivalries brewing, the road to Battleground has never been more exciting. With so many developments, it's clear that NXT is gearing up for a high-stakes summer. Fans can only wait and watch to see how these storylines unfold. 9 out of 10, a solid rating for an action-packed show that left fans eager for more.